All right, Pop, we'll go ahead and get started with Chuck Swirsky from Bulls Radio. Chuck.
Yes, Coach, good evening. And just two quick questions. Number one, your impressions of the Bulls, what you've seen. And secondly, the evolution of Zach LaVine.
I haven't watched either.
Okay. Have you followed? Obviously, LaVine's been invited to the U.S. Olympic trials. So have you seen any tape on him or what he's done this year?
I haven't watched any tape on him at all.
Okay.
I'm obviously aware of his All-Star, award, which he deserved. He's having a great year, obviously, but I have a staff and they tell me what to do and they watch lots of film. And the last time I checked, there's going to be transition defense and there's pick and roll. There are 3-point shots, half-court defense, turnovers. It's all the same.
Okay.
No big deal. Every team is about the same, just different players, different talents.
Okay. Thank you.
You bet.
So let's go to Dan Weiss from Spurs TV.
Hey, Pop, you've hit the halfway point of the season here. Both the numbers and the eye test suggest that the team defense is significantly improved from this point last year. Just curious, considering the core group is primarily the same, what are the biggest improvements that you've seen this year on that end of the floor?
Probably just better recognition, an addition of a couple other people, a little more athleticism, and just overall just a maturation in understanding that defense is what gets you through the season, because you're going to have those nights where it just doesn't go in the hole, but the defense can sustain you and give you an opportunity. So I think it's just a maturity and repetition situation.
And just the familiarity of one another, I'm assuming, helps as well, playing together year after year.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dan. Let's go to Sam Smith.
The Spurs have been doing well this season. Assume you've noticed that. That's not what I'm not asking that, though. I have a question.
In spite of me, right, Sam? In spite of me.
I was wondering who exactly the coach was, but somewhat familiar there. I think it's the curl in the back of the hair there.
There you
nice
go.
luck, by the way. Yeah.
There you go.
And that sort of leads me to my question about how difficult the road is. Obviously, in some places you can't get a haircut. And
why do I love you? Why do I love you? You treat me so badly, and I love you.
And I'm still going here. There's a lot of difficulties with this unusual season. Practices, that travel, obviously.
Right.
No fans. Players in and out for COVID injuries and all. Shorter camps and all. Is there one thing that stands out as been a challenge to these players among all the, and of course, the inability to get the right red wine at a restaurant after the game?
Right. All those little points that you make really do add up and make it a very memorable season. And I think that the overall take is that no matter what we've all gone through, we've got it pretty damn easy. And there's no time to feel sorry for yourself or woe is me. You slap yourself, you move forward and realize that you're better off than 99.9% of the people on the planet, and just go do your job. So it's kind of a revelation that you really do understand how lucky you are, because you hear about so many people that are in miserable situations. And of course, our whole country had to live through one hell of a year. The fourth year was worse than years 1, 2, and 3 under the previous administration. So all that piled on, we're still pretty fortunate.
That leads me to another broader question. It's not specific to the Spurs or, more generic, but this time of year, it becomes this season of buyouts where players, it becomes like this free agent, this second free agency. And, we talk about, and you're aware in society about income gap and all these things. It seems like it produces a talent gap that players can just sort of pick up and go to the best teams. And it seems like the league's goal always is to level the playing field as much as possible. But yet this situation over so many years now seems to unlevel it more, with players being able to in position to just cherry pick the best teams. Do you think something, you think that's sort of unfair? It's something that needs to be changed, because it does seem to affect the potential at the end of the season.
Right. It can give an advantage to teams for all the reasons that you described, but at the same time, well, first of all, I don't have the answer. Adam's a pretty smart guy, and he would have figured out the solution by now to make sure that it is a absolute level playing field. But you've got a union, and it's America. You've got rules, and as long as everybody's obeying the rules that exist, you go along with whatever happens. If there was a way to change the rules, I think Adam would have already tried to do it.
Well, thank you for that very political answer.
Well, I say that, I guess it does sound political, but it also exposes me as not very intelligent, because I don't have the answer either.
I'll settle for that.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you for your time. It's been
Stay
golden.
safe. Stay safe.
Good to see you.
Thanks, Sam. We'll go to Tom Osborne.
Pop, any update on DeMar when he might be back?
I'm hoping he'll be back with us for Cleveland, but it's not in stone yet.
Okay. And are you proud of the way the community has rallied around the ramen noodle shop that was vandalized?
I don't know anything about it.
Okay. And I don't know how well you knew got to know Sean Bradley, but what was your reaction to the horrific bicycle accident he had?
I haven't heard about it.
Okay, thank you.
Obviously, it's tragic, but I don't know.
Thank you. I didn't know how well you knew him, if you had reached out to the Mavericks or anything.
All right, Pop. Thank you, sir.